Good morning, guys. I don't even feel like doing this video. I'm tired as hell. Anyways, I'm gonna do it. So, it's here, guys. I had ordered the Barricade Bull Bar with an LED 20-inch light there. I started it last night, and I put most of it together. Seems pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Ignore all that, by the way. Back of my truck, just pretend it's not there. There we go. But I put it together last night. Most of it. I'm finishing up stuff right now. It's very straightforward. It comes in 4 or 5 different pieces. So this center whatever bar, this crossbar here as well, and the 2 sides. It's all just bolts that bolt right up. You have mounting brackets for your 20-inch LED. Obviously the wiring for it. I have the rest of the wiring harness inside the truck. And you have your mounting brackets for it as well. I figured I'd just get started on this, putting it all together, since it's so straightforward. Didn't really want to show all that. And I also have the mounting brackets that are gonna replace my tow hooks where it's gonna go installed. So we'll get up there and I'll show you guys exactly what it's gonna be. So it's pretty easy, guys. It's very straightforward, but this is it right here. So you're gonna have to remove this plastic thing here. I'll get to that right now. Under this, there's gonna be 2 bolts on the bottom, 15 millimeter and a 13 millimeter in the back, I believe. When you're removing those 2 bolts, only remove the front one completely. The back one, don't remove it all the way. The reason being is that they're connected. Inside your frame, there's a plate where they're screwed onto. If you remove both of them, that plate might move out of place, and you might not be able to get it back on there, and you'll be screwed. So when you do that, just make sure you don't remove the back one all the way. Same thing on the other side. Right? And so Barricade, thought about that plate. So with your mounting bar that goes in the back, you actually have an opening. So you see this? That way you don't have to remove that back bolt all the way. You can just screw it, or you could just slide it right in and start tightening up immediately. So that's it. Steps for the installation, or tip for the installation. I put this mounting bracket on. I haven't finished tightening it up all the way. That way if I need to adjust it or anything like that, I can do that when I'm there. So yeah, guys, it's very straightforward. It's very freaking easy. There's not much to it. So I'll show you guys when it's fully in there then. Alright, guys, so I'm up here in the front now, trying to get out with these tow hooks. As you can see, there's a plastic thing that I was pointing out. The easiest way that I found right now to get to this is I stuck a screwdriver back on the corner here, pulled one side out, stuck it then again on the other corner, pull this side out, and just gave it a good yank forward. Now that gives me access to the 2 bolts, so I can remove the tow hook. And I think this should just slide down after that, just because it's too much plastic. It needs a little bit more room to wiggle out. But yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. This is what I'm talking about. So this bolt right here, it's a 15. Make sure you do not remove it all the way. You can remove the front one all the way, just the back one don't, because then what'll end up happening is the plate, like I said, it's inside this frame rail here, and you'll be screwed. You won't be able to get it, or you might have a hard time getting it. Alright, guys, very simple. We got that out. Here's the tow hook itself. As you can see, this is where the back bolt goes. You don't have to remove it all the way. As soon as you get it, loose, you just push it back, and it'll slide out through here, and you can leave the bolt inside. And there it is. It'll stay in there. As you can see, that's the plate on the inside wiggling around. There we go. Alright, we're gonna do the other side now, and then we'll get started with installing the bull bar in here already and adjusting everything we need to. Alright, guys, I kind of stopped recording. I just kind of got into it. It's so damn simple, seriously. So I think I left off with I had taken these on and I put the brackets, the mounting brackets for it, right? I already had the mounting brackets that were already in here, right? So it's very easy, man. I just put it on myself. It's not too heavy. So what I did first, I kind of just kneed right here, and I put one knee in here. That way I could hold it up, and I put this first bolt only. I put that in there. Then I came around the other side, put the first one in the front as well. So now it's hanged in there, but it's kind of leaning forward, which ended up working out because I forgot to take my license plate out, and I forgot to take out the cover for the plastic thing where the license plate goes mounted. So I ended up was able to get under it. It has like 4 clips that you have to hit from the back. You gotta pinch them and then push it forward. I ended up taking it all out. Right after I did that, I went ahead and I started to put the back ones on. I didn't screw them all the way in. I did both of the back ones. Once they were in there, it was still kind of a little loose on purpose, because I still had not tied down the 2 bolts for the mounting brackets all the way. So once I kind of got it at the distance that I felt was good, I completely tied down the mounting bracket ones that go to the frame. And then I was just lucky enough that my roommate came out, and he ended up pushing the bar back to get it at the right angle. And then I screwed this back one here, went across it the other one, or tightened up this back one here, went across on the other side, tightened up the back one as well. And this is what it is. This is the end result. I think it might be leaning forward just a little bit, but you know, all that can be adjusted just by loosening up those bolts and whatnot. So right now I'm actually already working on the wiring. This came with a wiring harness that I have now put across through there just for now. I don't know how to do it, to be honest, but I did it through there. And I have my flashlight somewhere. Or at least I thought I did. No, wait, I know where it's at. Give me a second. There we go. So you can see it there. That's the wire kind of coming across there. It's gonna go connected to the battery over there. But if you see that metal, that rubber piece there, I was able to push it out from the inside, and that's the connector that goes for the switch. Run it through the firewall there. You guys can see it. No, you can't. There it is. And I just ran it through the back there, up here under the steering wheel, under the steering column. Came out through here, and now I've already mounted it there. I'm pretty happy with it right there. So now I just have 2 things left. That'll be, or 3 things, I guess. Mounting this. Hey guys, so I noticed as I was editing that last clip ended up cutting off for some reason. It didn't record the extra minute or so that I was talking about this part. So yeah, this is where I mounted it. This is the ground cable that extends out. It just goes directly onto that bolt there. Unscrew it, put it in there, tighten it back up. Same thing for the positive side. Unscrew, put it in there, tighten it back up. And then I ran the cable that runs to the LED light. I ran it straight down through there, all the way to the bottom. Ended up hooking up the LED light somewhere down here. I just kind of tucked it in there, and I let it be, and it worked out perfectly fine. So that was it. And again, the other side, it runs through that back over there. So far, you know, it's fine there. The only complaint that I have about this so far is the switch here. This adhesive that comes with it, it's pretty cheap. It keeps coming off, but whatever. For the meantime, you know, it does the job. But that's the only complaint that I have for it so far. Nothing else. I tested out the LED last night. I'm including the pictures here at the end. It worked out perfectly fine. It looks good. I still haven't adjusted it. It's still leaning forward just a little bit, but you know, whatever. I'll do it some other day. I'm still good for now. Anyways, that's it. Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but this is where I mounted it right here. It's got a little nut that I just ended up taking off from the bottom there. Put it right in there. So just make sure if you're doing it for this, or if you mount it here, just be very careful on the angle that it has, because once you do close the hood, those hood assists there, you know, you could hit it, maybe snap it, but where I have it, it's good, no issues. But there you go, mounted, it's on. I'll record a video later on at night so I can include it in this video, but it's all set, ready to go. Turns on, turns off, and completely all controlled through this. Let me get on. Through this, right there. Now, when I saw the video for American trucks, they actually put it right here. I drive left-handed, and especially if I'm, you know, we're gonna be off-roading or whatever, it just feels better to have it on the right side. I do see the issue with the keys kind of being in the way, but I don't know, we'll see. Eventually I do plan on getting some overhead switches. I found a company that actually designs one that goes in here. That means just running all the wiring, you know, through the column here to the A-pillar here, and we should be good. But for now, here's another upgrade and we're all set, ready to go. All right guys, and I'll include that video of the light bar and the at night. Take it easy.